Power. It's a word that defines nations, breaks empires, and reshapes the course of history. But for Victor Von Doom, power is not a goal, it's a birthright. The world may see him as a tyrant, a madman, a monster. But Doom, he sees himself as the answer. How did a boy born in the shadows of Latveria rise to become one of the most feared and respected beings in the universe? This is the story of Dr. Doom, a journey of brilliance, tragedy, and unrelenting ambition. Victor was born into a life of pain. His mother, a sorceress, sought power to protect her family, but was consumed by it. Her soul was taken by Mephisto himself, leaving Victor with a lesson etched into his soul. Power must be absolute, or it is nothing. As a child, he watched his people suffer under the boots of oppressors. Hunger, fear, and despair were constants, but even then, Victor was different. He wasn't content to endure. He dreamed of control over his destiny, his people, and the very fabric of existence. When Victor left Latveria to study in America, he encountered another mind nearly as brilliant as his, Reed Richards. But where Reed sought knowledge for discovery, Victor sought knowledge for dominance. He believed science and sorcery could be fused to rewrite reality itself, but arrogance would lead to his fall. One experiment, one miscalculation, a portal to another dimension meant to bridge the gaps of existence. It backfired, leaving Victor scarred physically and emotionally. But where others would see failure, Victor saw a beginning. He returned to Latveria, cast off his name, and became something else entirely. He became Doom. Encased in indestructible armor, his face hidden by a cold steel mask, Doom was no longer a man. He was a force of nature. Latveria became his kingdom, its people his subjects. To the outside world, he was a dictator. To his people, he was a savior. Latveria flourished under his rule. There was order, prosperity, but at a price. Freedom was sacrificed for stability. But Doom's ambitions didn't end at Latveria's borders. He sought control over the world and beyond, whether it was battling the Avengers, outsmarting the Fantastic Four, or even stealing the power of cosmic beings. Doom always believed one thing: the world would be better under his rule. I am not a villain. I am a necessity. A world without Doom is a world without order. Doom's path was paved with conflict. He clashed with Earth's greatest heroes time and time again. But even they feared him, not just for his power, but for his mind. Doom was always 10 steps ahead, calculating, manipulating. He didn't just fight battles, he won wars before they began. And yet, beneath the mask, there is a man driven by the pain of loss, the fear of failure, and an unyielding belief that he alone can save the world. Some call him a hero for his people, others call him a tyrant for his enemies. But Doom, he is simply himself. Victor Von Doom's story is one of contradiction. A man who seeks to save the world but demands it kneels before him. A ruler who brings peace but at the cost of freedom. A genius who can outwit gods yet remains haunted by his own demons. So, I ask you this: is Doom a savior or a monster, a hero or a villain? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. But one thing is certain: Dr. Doom will never stop, not until the world bends to his will. This is the story of Dr. Doom, the man who dared to challenge the universe. And if you're still questioning his motives, remember this: in his mind, Doom doesn't seek power for himself. He seeks it for us all. If you're captivated by the complex mind of Dr. Doom, subscribe to Doom Dominion X. Together, let's dive deeper into the brilliance, darkness, and ambition of Marvel's most iconic villain.